What's up, guys? Snatch Bandicoot here. And as we all know, Season 4 mid-season reinforcements update for Siege will be launching tomorrow, and man is it a big one. I think this is really going to change the game in a big way, especially when it comes to playing certain operators. So here are my thoughts on some of the more important points. Undoubtedly, the biggest change in this update will be the nerf to Blackbeard's rifle shields. He currently has 100% pick rate in the Pro League because of how much of a force he is. As it stands now, he currently has 150 health on both shields, which when you think about it is really too much when it comes to taking damage from an SMG, which is the main gun most people run as a defender, and what is available to basically 90% of the defenders. It takes around 9 to 10 shots to break a shield. With the patch, his shields are being nerfed back to 60 health per shield, meaning that now it will only take about 1 to 2 shots to break them from most guns. I felt for a long time that he needed a nerf, however I have a feeling that in the future Ubisoft will end up buffing this back up just a little bit, just to keep him a relevant pick in the competitive scene. Next we have the Tachank buff, and it's been long awaited. With basically a 0% pick rate in Pro League and almost a non-existent pick in ranked and casual alike, players have been calling for a buff on him for a very long time. This patch will now bring him a shield for his turret, much like the ones that Blackbeard has, however slightly different with a hole down the center. They plan to give his shield 500 health, the same amount that Blackbeard had on release of Dustline DLC. Couple this with a deployable shield, and he's really going to be a pain to deal with. The biggest downfall to this is that he's stationary and still essentially a sitting duck, but the best counter to him at this point will be Capitão's Firebolts. I think that 500 HP on his shields might be a little bit too much, and I feel that Ubisoft might end up nerfing him later into year 2 for some balance. Third, we have the Bandit buff, and as someone that mains Bandit and has a pretty good understanding of how effective his batteries are, I don't think giving him a 4th battery will do much for him or the team. I can't really think of any times I've ever thought to myself, man, I wish I had a 4th battery. They typically get shot out or get thatchered, but who knows. That said, there are other players that do like to play him in other ways, and maybe they'll find him good to have. Fourth, we have the buff to shield operators, and this one I'm a little worried about, being that it is making shields more resistant to direct explosions from C4 and impact grenades. I'm worried that this will cause an increase in rounds lost or won simply because of a Montaigne getting backed into a corner with his shield extended in front of a diffuser, or even on top of it, simply because you can't get a C4 behind him or don't have one, or an impact. This is already a big problem. Montaigne got a buff, I believe it was middle of Season 3 or beginning of Season 3, and he's really kind of become a pain, especially on things like secure area. I mean, he can stand there all day and you just whack at him, and you can't really deal with him if you don't have a C4. So, you know, that's going to be an interesting one. And finally, we have the most anticipated part of basically all the patches since game release, Bartlett University map. The map is a redesign of a situation from Article 10 for the single player, and many have been waiting for it to become a reality for quite some time, and now it's finally here after quite a bit of reworking by the devs. They basically had to go in and kind of give it some balance, so hopefully it'll be good and have been worth the wait. Personally, I haven't played Article 10 a whole lot, and even when I have, I've been kind of confused, so it'll be nice to get that smoke out of there and actually be able to see what you're doing. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on this patch. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and if you like what I do, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, as well as follow me on my other social media platforms. Links are in the description down below, and I'll see you in the next one.